Here comes the Ash Arrow, perfectly right in Vayne's face. Followed up by the Morgana binding, hits a minion, Jarvan ults onto Ash. Ooh, Morgana ult, the flash ult, silenced by Soraka, Alistar ults, and Ash gets the kill on Jarvan. Warwick's following up, he's gonna get the ult on Zilean. Zilean flashes away. Lee Sin jumps. Vayne's now turning around with Zilean's help. They're counter pushing back. They might be able to pick off one of them with Soraka in tow. Corki's coming in. Zilean gets caught in a bad position, gets the snare off, and he has to ult to survive. Now he's going to just pass away. He's not going to be able to survive again. There we go. He's just going to go down. Now there's a 3v5. Looks like purple team might be going for Baron here. Now purple team just had a perfect initiation there with it. Ash Arrow right to Vayne's face. Started popping summoner spells all over the place. They had a flash just to get out of there. Just get out of the initial just burst that happened. And then blue team actually did have a pretty solid counter initiation until Zilean just got caught in the wrong position. And that gave purple team an easy Baron. That's going to give them a huge advantage. They're probably just going to push some turrets here. They could force a fight, but really they have some pretty good push with Ash. They can get up there, they can get some pokes on the turret, and they can just take him down. They can just start sieging. And the dragon, I do believe, did get taken by Corki. He probably soloed dragon there. Too bad I didn't see it because of LOL replay. Now we see Warwick is pushing top lane by himself, but he is going to just back out of there. That's a smart play. There are no wards in the top part of blue team's jungle, so that's going to not give him sight, and so he's making the safe play, but just backing out of there. That turret's not worth it by himself when he could get ganked, die, and potentially throw the game for his team like he normally does. Now Morgana's taking blue buff, and really what they're probably going to do next is just kind of group up and just start pushing a lane, which is a great play. They already ahead. It's 18-9. They have more farm than the other team. They're really in a good place to just kind of force this. And Alistar's going to do some headbutting. The Ash ult comes in, lands on the Jarvan, but Alistar's going down. The true damage from Corki and Vayne is just too much for his ult. And they're just going to back out there. Now Ash Arrow is down, and that's in blue team's favor right now. So is Alistar's ult. If they wanted to jump in there, they had to. They forced Alistar to go back. Now Jarvan is going to be the blue team's initiator. If they do actually initiate a fight, he does have his ultimate, which he can just jump right onto Ash and just start beating her face in with his giant flag spear thing. Now there's a giant wave bottom lane. Blue team's just going to take that out. And it looks like purple team is grouping up mid lane. Pushing hard. They're going to just try to siege some turrets here. But Corki does have his ult and Zilean does have his bombs. They have some pretty good poke in comparison to the purple team. They really only have Morgana Snare and Ash Volley. They have to be careful not to get out-poked, especially since their only heal and sustain is Alistar, whose heal is not exactly that spectacular unless he's going AP, which is not the case. He's just support. Lee Sin lands the Q on the Corki, and it looks like Smug Daddy has reconnected. He's been disconnected this whole time. The other team did not know about it, and Alistar just headbutts it, pulverize. Corki Valkyries away, and they're just going to disengage, walk away. They're falling back to the inhibitor turret. And they have a Canyon minion. They might be able to get some good damage on this turret. Lee Sin lands the Q on Vayne. Morgana just takes a hit of the turret. Just says, no big deal. Lands the snare on Jarvan, gets the pull in, just a little harass, and then Soraka just casts one heal, and it's okay. That's how that went down. Zilean's trying to bomb Jarvan. And now purple team's going to spread out. Baron buff should be gone soon. Yeah, it's a little more than 3/4 done. And they're just going to go bottom lane. They're going to get that big wave. They're going to take the easy turret. They just have this turret that's just hanging out there. That is a free turret at this point. They need to watch out for top lane, though. They don't want to lose this turret for free. That would just be a waste. They're not pushing very hard bottom lane. I don't really know what they're doing. And the blue team is all missing. They need to be careful there. Ash, Hawkshot goes off. Blue team, if they're smart, they don't want to contest this. This is a free turret. They might actually lose this turret as well. So I'll just depend on, here comes the Ash Arrow, just field goal right there, in between the whole team. Morgana misses her snare as well. No real initiation going off. Here comes the Alistar, he ults. He's coming in from the jungle. Will he land his combo? They're gonna go on Jarvan, the tank. Jarvan ults in, traps them all in the turret. Morgana flash ults, hits all of them. Lands at Hourglasses, stays alive. Syndaxis is doing some big damage. Ash is standing out, trying to take out the turret, flashes away because the turret's doing big damage to her. Lee Sin's taking some heat from Vayne. Dodges the Corki ult, but still might die to the Zilean ult. They need to spread out there. The Hex Drinker, the Maul of Malmortis. Corki just takes a snare right in the face. He's gonna go down, but the Zilean ult's gonna save him. And now Purple Team's trying to back away because they're all low on health here. Zilean Bomb gonna go off, might take out Syndaxis, might take out with him. Alistar falls down. Morgana's gonna go down as well. Warwick's gonna get away from there. They're in pursuit of Lee Sin. He should be able to get away. He can jump to the minions and just get some good distance. And Purple Team walks away, losing that fight. And Blue Team's gonna make a counter push right now on mid lane. They should be able to take out a turret or so. Now, that was just greed right there. They tried to go in there, they dove the turret, they really should have taken that down, and then fought. Taken the turret down, because the turret made Ash blow her flash, just to get away from the stationary damage dealing thing. And they are going to lose the inhibitor turret. That is going to go down here. They might actually lose their inhibitor since only 2 of them are still up. Alistar's going to come up soon, Ash in 5, and the inhibitor is going to go down. Now this is looking grim for Purple Team. As we can see, I mean, Corki is just dominating this Ashen farm. Vayne is also beating Ashen farm, not by so much. But we can see that Ash almost has the last whisper that she's trying to build. Morgana's got the Hourglass, which we saw in that fight, which is fantastic. Now what Purple Team needs at this point, they really could use, oh yeah, they do have that. They do have the Frozen Heart. Vayne, looking pretty good all items wise, almost has that Phantom Dancer done. Jarvan has the Shurelya's, which is going to be perfect for helping him engage some fights. And Soraka and Alistar pretty much have some standard items. Both teams has the Shurelya's, and it's going to be good. Morgana's taking the blue buff for Purple Team, and blue has a big wave pushing bottom. Now they need to watch out for that Vayne. They really need to, Purple Team needs to focus on that Vayne. That Vayne is doing all of the damage. With some Zilean Bombs, of course, and Corki, but really the brunt of the damage is coming from Vayne, whose late game is just so good right now. Her true damage just is very unparalleled right now. Warwick's trying to do some damage to that super minion, but given his name, it's not going too well. It's taking him a while to take it down. And by the time he finishes it, another one just comes in his face. And just is like, hey, I'm here. What's up? Corki's pushing out mid, just kind of just shoving it, trying to put pressure on it, and the Baron is back up at this point. Now, I don't know if they're going to actually try to engage here, or if they're going to try to just bait it. But Purple Team might actually be able to contest it if they catch it at the right time. However, they have to be worried they're getting some pressure from mid lane. Now Corki is putting some damage on Morgana. Morgana missing the snare though. That snare would have probably certainly ended Corki's life if followed up by an Ash Arrow. Soraka's going to de-ward Baron, so now Purple Team has no vision. Vayne's jumping in, getting some damage on the Morgana. Ash is going to ult Vayne, and then Zilean's just going to counter ult. Vayne's going to die and then revive. Ash is starting to go down, gets the Jarvan ult on. Warwick ults into Corki. Just doing some damage. Jarvan's trying to get right up in Ash's face. It doesn't happen. The Zilean slow goes off on Warwick, is trying to chase down Vayne. Vayne's just pumping out the damage. Ash is going to take down Jarvan. Alistar's going to headbutt Soraka back into the Morgana snare, which is going to take him down, and Vayne is now in trouble. He's trying to get away. Warwick getting condemned back into the wall, and they're just going to fall back, and they're going to try to take down Baron. But Warwick, getting greedy as always. This is traditional Syndaxis. He's going to try to kill him. He's going to waste their time at Baron. He's going to try to take them 2v1, and it's just not going to happen. Purple team is taking down the Baron while their base is going down. They're going to lose that turret if they don't get back there soon enough. The Baron does go down at 37, so it's going to be up at 44, and they need to go back soon to get the defense going, because they're going to lose this turret, and they're going to lose some Nexus turrets soon if they don't go down. And Warwick just is going to walk away with it like a dog with his tail between his legs, because he realizes that he just chased and got nothing accomplished. Classic Syndaxis. Alright. Morgana's trying to take down the giant wave there. Gets that taken care of. Disaster averted, they did not lose any Nexus turrets or their top lane turret. And they did get the Baron, so let's see what happens here. I think this next team fight might be the deciding one. Now if blue team gets a good engage onto Ashe, maybe pick one of them off, they can pull this out. But right now, Corki almost getting caught by that Morgana snare. That just would have been bad news. Lee Sin and So could have followed up on that pretty easily. Morgana's taking some damage. Corki just getting the procs off the Vayne, just pops out of nowhere from the jungle. Morgana's gonna hourglass into the... Corki just gets stunned right in the face. Morgana does go down, and Lee Sin's gonna be able to get out of there. Vayne cleanses the slow, and Warwick's just gonna pop in there, ult, say hello, and then Vayne's gonna die and then get resurrected by the Zilean ult. Zilean bomb goes off on Syndaxis. Lee Sin's very low, he needs to get out of there. Now Morgana is down, so that means there's 5 people up on the blue team. They might be making a play here. They're gonna try to take down this inhibitor again. They need to be careful though. They do have 5 people, but they really don't want to dive these 2 turrets. And Corki's trying to make a big push with a giant wave bottom lane. They might be able to make something here. They might be able to take that turret. Morgana's up in 10. Their power play is very low. They might be able to make something here. Zilean's just getting some bombs off, getting some AoE damage. Ashe getting some arrows off on the Vayne, taking her pretty low, but she's just going to lifesteal back up on the minions. Zilean's just eating some Lee Sin attacks there. And the purple inhibitor is back up. They're going to try to defend it. They don't want the minions to take it and just lose a free inhibitor there. Now Morgana is back up, so it is back to 5v5. And blue team's just kind of gonna back off there. They might try to take some objectives. They might try to get their red buff, get their blue buff, that kind of thing. But they need to be careful because purple team still has their Baron buff, and they might be trying to make a counter push here now that the super minions are gone from mid lane. Their top lane is also pushing. That's going to put some big pressure on top lane. And they are grouping up until Ashe goes back. Let's take a look at some items here. We can see that, well, purple team is just dominating in farm right now. They're all over 200. Corki has a fantastic score of 318 at this point. He's definitely making up for Zilean's lack of farm and Jarvan's lack of farm. Although Jarvan's not really known for his fast jungle clears and killing of many minions. Now purple team needs to group up here. They don't want to get picked off again, which has been an issue